G'day folks, Steve from Vintage Restorations Australia here. In today's episode we're going to head out to the workshop and complete the steering and brake work we started in the last episode. Where have you got up to with this, Steve-O?
I've reassembled the steering box after discovering that we should start by assembling the bearing at this end and finishing off with putting this one up on second. When you put the second set of ball bearings on this end, it has to be shimmed out to adjust for end play and to make sure you don't have enough too much tension on the ball assembly. In here, although it's still rolling around, we sort of put a second little spacer on here, and this part will then run up and down the slots for the cover.
Oops.
There. To ensure smooth operation.
That's all clean and nice, just needs a bit of a degrease.
Yeah.
Go, new master cylinder fitted. How do you grease these, John? Like, this is a greasable thing and it's just got that in it.
Oh, that's a plug. You put in a grease nipple, grease it,
Then
pull out the
plug
grease
it.
nipple, put the plug in. Let me get you some grease nipple.
Give me a greasy nipple, John. Love a greasy nipple.
Behind.
And a bloke saying behind. That's John on the disco. Grease is the word, is the thing, is the thingy. It's got things, it's got what you call it. I'm a singer in a band, you know. There's going to be some swearing done in a minute.
5-minute job, mate. Semi-skilled job, that.
Thanks, Steve, for your support.
That's what I use with it.
I'm declaring your grease gun.
Yeah.
That's locking on. The grease is just pouring out the wrong spot. Next thing for the brake system is to connect in a reservoir. I've actually bought a replacement plastic one rather than a tin because they're a bit expensive, the original Landrover ones. That was $19 on eBay, so that's a far cheaper fit. It's also plastic and it won't rust. Once that's in, the reservoir is in, we can connect this down to the T-junction down here, and we're all fully plumbed for the brakes. We'll fill it up with brake fluid, which is there, and bleed the brakes up. Over the other side here, I've just got to fit a return spring to that, and we're done. This will screw directly into there, but to screw it, it's going to hit the firewall. So what I'm going to do is take the bottom outlet off, put that in, and then attach the plastic over the top. John mentioned WD-40, and look who turned up. Australia's ambassador.
So you can put a bit of WD-40 or something else, lubricant on there, just to help it spin nicely. It's good. A lot of WD-40. That's going to be tight.
Yeah, it is.
Or come up this side, come around.
Like that.
Yeah, and then you can bend around over the top of this thing and we can put a P-clip on there.
Running these brake lines in, we're thinking we should put this steering in through here,
One of these guys.
which Steve has just finished rebuilding, so it's as fresh as a daisy. We might just
Pop that in.
pop that in and get that in before we bend that other brake line down. So to put this in, got to take that off. So I'm glad we didn't run these pipes in the way. What do we need there? It's a bit of a bugger to align these bolts through here, these ones. But anyway, they're in now. So we've just started bleeding the brakes up.
That's going to ruin the paint.
Yeah, we've got a bit of a leakage.
No, that was so it makes it easier to bleed.
Yeah. Smoko coffee. I found this machine in a skip rather, and we pulled it out and rebuilt it. Doesn't look like it's working very well, Jordan.
It's working beautifully. It's just leaking and the gauge thing fell off.
The gauge needle.
Gauge needle. Oops. Otherwise, it's
This isn't
Beautiful.
Land Rover, is it?
Oh,
Isn't
that's
built
hot.
by Land Rover. Just going to bleed these brakes up. They're all brand new, so I don't really have to remove that and clean it or anything. I'll just loosen it off.
You want me to punch it in the brake pedal?
Yeah, go in.
Like that, going down. Down.
But it's mounted on.
Off.
Coming up.
Down.
Going down. Down.
I think we're air free there.
Going up.
Give it a go.
What's that?
That.
Oh, fucking beautiful.
Full brakes.
Yeah.
Give it a go. Oh, we got brakes. Lovely. Now we'll try to work out how these go on. I'm going to put that way because it makes more sense that dirt falls out of it than into it. Alright? Like that. What have we got here? And that's all the bits we got. That's quite firm. Bracket. A bit of wash up.
I probably should put the washer on, hey?
Yeah, it'll be good.
Oh, we should get a socket. This would be so much faster.
That was old school, John.
A nice big shiny spanner. enough.
There we go, we've refitted all of this stuff. Steering, that's all back in. It's all connected up around the front here. We managed to reverse that and put a pin through it. So that'll all hold now, hopefully. I'm pretty happy with that. So all the steering's done, the brakes have bled up. Starting to go back together, John, slowly. So I guess really the next thing, I could start on the body panels, but we've got to do the transfer case. And
yeah, I've got to get the motor to transfer case. We're going to put some internals into the transfer case.
how they look.
They look okay.
Is there bits we need?
No, we've got bearings and bits and pieces. And I think we've got everything we need.
We've just got to put it together in there.
Yeah.
Cut that shaft down.
Yeah. And
Should we get the thing before we cut it? Build the adapter?
We want to make sure we've got the adapter nailed.
It's got to be, yeah, bang on.
And then cut the shaft to sort of to fit whatever we end up with on the adapter plate.
Yeah.
And we might end up borrowing somebody else's lathe or the use of their lathe because that diameter is really big.
I'm sure Warwick's kitted up for that.
So yeah, I'm thinking we might be asking around. There's a few favours we can pull in there, and oh, that'll be fun. I'm thinking lost foam for the first attempt at pouring it,
Really?
and I'm happy to do a couple of attempts because we have a lot to learn. So you know, that's just life.
Have we got lots of aluminium?
Oh yeah, we can get lots, heaps. Look, this is made of aluminium. We'll just melt it. Oh no, this one.
The glove box.
Yeah, not enough. That's okay.
The Illawarra Steelers. That's quite a good look, isn't it? Oh, all right. We'll start looking at that next workshop. To start today, I'd like to shout out to Michael Crocombe, who donated some money via PayPal. Thanks, Michael. We do appreciate that. Michael's also one of our patrons, so that's a big effort. Also, a shout out to Clark Adams, who signed on as a workshop level patron. Thanks, Clark. We do appreciate that. And also a little shout out to Stuart Goggin, who signed on as a patron as well. Thanks, Stuart. Well, as usual in the wrap up, folks, if you've got any questions, queries, quandaries, you want to know the meaning of life or a name for your dog, pop a question down there in the comment section below. We appreciate hearing from you wherever you might be in the world and whatever you got to say. Check out our Patreon page while you're mucking around down there. There's a link for that, and also a PayPal if you're in the position to support the channel financially. We'd appreciate it. That's pretty much it for the week, folks. So look after yourselves and take care of each other till we see you a little further down that road. See ya. Just stuck in a bit of traffic.